Good morning. It's Monday, May 15th, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Dragon Sword. We have set 8, maybe, and I'm going to talk about that for a second. This morning, we're going to work on it, and the question of this movement with this name, with this number, is one that I have talked about before, and I'm straight up front here. I looked at what I have this morning again, and it would appear that I've already taught set 8. We've already done this. We're going to keep going. And what I've decided is that we're going to keep going for this week and possibly next week. I'm going to look at it this week and next week. And then I'm going to pause again to review what we have. And I'm also going to take the camera to where I've got enough space, so I got to go outside. To where I have enough space that I can do what we have up to now, up to the time that I stop actually, in sequence, so that it's all connected and it's all put together. Hang on a second, I gotta, oh, it's nothing. Alright, I there's a message over there, but it doesn't, it's not something I need to pay attention to. All right, so let's get started for this morning. In addition to, okay, so we're going to work on mostly on Dragon Sword this morning. We're not going to work so much on body condition this morning, so we're just going to do basic stretch. The body conditioning, the building of strength that we need to go up and down and to sustain balance and to be able to twist and turn on one leg is something that we have to have. Alright, so one of the things, and I'm going to say this so just so I can have it for myself and to be clear. Once I get the numbers and the movements all sorted out, and I have had a chance to double check with everything that I have, I'm going to record those sets so that it will be clear. This set is this name with this, right? I will re-record everything so that we have that. Just like in Qigong class, I have recorded the individual movements for, I think, all of them. I've got it, at least the first 9 are out there individually, so that if you wanted to learn just the beginning exercise, beginning extreme emptiness, you can do that. You can go look at just that one exercise. That carries over into class because as we're practicing, it's partly expected that you already know what that exercise is. I don't repeat everything every time. So, same for Dragon Sword. I will do the same for Dragon Sword. So, if you're learning, let's keep going and be confident that before the end of August, it's going to get done. Before the end of August, this is all going to get sorted out. Feet about shoulder width apart, bend the knees, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, open the arms, hands circle to the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, and reach out over the legs. Yeah, not too slow. And again. Keep the knees bent. Keep the feet well placed. Fingertips reach up. Turn to your right. I'm turning to my left, and big circle. Keep going. One more. stop in the center, go to the other side, and go 1. Try to keep the circle as even as possible. 1 more. Center, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. That side circle here, try to keep it as even as possible so that you're not leaning forward here and leaning the side here and going here and there. That circle stays along the same plane. Okay? It opens up the waist and it opens up the hips. It does. All right. For last week, yeah, we're going to get right through this. Last week, I gave a whole series of things, which are correct. They're absolutely correct. Yeah, the names and the numbers might be just a little bit off. It's okay. It's okay. Over here. Yep. That's what we worked on last week. From here, yes, right? That step, and we go up on the other side. I'm going to slow that down. All right, so paying attention to this whole series, right? As I step down, I need to also be clear about where it is I'm going. Right? So I came up here, down, and down. Right? That working backwards. And I'm going to relocate my cat because I don't want to hit her. Come here, cat. You can't be there right now. You over there. There you go. Yeah, that's better. All right. As long as she doesn't sit on the computer in front of the camera, it's okay. Let me do this. That's the set. All right. So, as we're moving, paying attention to where the sword is and what we're doing. Right? I'm up, down, down again, up, step, and down in. All right? This a little bit more forward. It's not straight, it is down from here. As I step through, right? That we're going. Right? There should be no hesitation as we move through. And the same as with the jump, it's difficult to pause while you're up. Okay? There are people who can jump and they just seem to hang in the air. I wish I could do that. My body tends to come right back down. I go up, I come down. That's it. As we come down here, right? Let me get down here. I should be here with my body straight. I'm not. Right? That is what I was talking about in developing the physical ability and the physical skill. Saw the most wonderful picture of what looked like to be maybe a 3-year-old, just on the ground, pretty much right here. Comfortable as could be. I'm not comfortable there right now. I used to be. As an adult, I used to be able to get there. Not so much now. I'm going to work on it. So we're here. Up, down. Down again. Turn, up. Step 1, 2. As you step through, we're going. This is also one of the things about practicing in a closed space, is that part of the dynamic of the movement where I would be yeah, I think I've got enough room. I step back up over here. I'm going all the way over the other side here. Right here. It's iffy. One more time. Alright. That was alright. It was okay. Traveling, moving that quickly, here I go. Requires some space. Right? That, let me constrain it for a second. Here, come up, and 1, and 2. Up, and step. Looks different, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. All right, that is part of the name of the movement. It's green dragon, dark green dragon. It's the name. Sanmo twists its body to capture the spirit. It's the name of the movement. The translate thing tried to tell me it was capturing a demon. No. This the problem with using any of the automated translation tools is that they have no comprehension of the way that traditional Chinese martial arts names movements. So they tried to translate this into something that would belong in present day real world, and it just isn't there. It's not. The idea of spirit, in my thinking, this is exactly what we're trying to do in this form, is capture the spirit of the dragon. It's not a quiet form. It's not a Tai Chi form. It's not. That movement is not Tai Chi movement. It's not. And fingers crossed most of it came across in the video. That skill is what we're working to develop. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's get up and move. All right, that sense has to be part of what we are doing with this form. That is the nature of this form. I'm working on it. This has to go here, and that has to go there. And here we go. Almost. I'm getting there. Down we go. All right. As we come up here, pay attention to being well placed over the leg. That weight has to, even if you're all the way down, you have to transition into and through, right? So as I set lower, this leg goes down, push through the heel, come up, and then go down. It takes a lot of work on the right leg. Extend it and then go to it. That transfer, again, we're going to work on that some more. We've already done some work on that on the floor. We're not doing that today. Okay? As we come up here, this being ready to come down, step back behind. All right, so I'm here, down, behind. I'm going, stepping back, right? That adjustment, right? Here, I step back behind. I did not continue forward in that step, right? I'm here, back, and go back again. Now, twist. To the other side to come up. Excuse me. One, two, back, up. I'm here, all right? Step back, to the left, and down again. To the right, and bring the left up. That circle here, make it clean. That, again, if I had my tassel on here, it shouldn't get tangled in my hand. It shouldn't, being the operative word. It shouldn't. It probably would, but it shouldn't. So, here. As we come up, again, that idea that in order to go up, you have to go down. In order to go down, you have to go up. So, we're up. Then we're going to go forward, right? Here, step down, behind, behind, twist, up, 1, 2. The hand position as we come through, this extend to the back, pointed to the outside, right? So turned, not here, it's here, no, yes. Makes a difference, it really does. As we step through, here, step down, through. That, okay, so I'm talking about my foot for a second. Paying attention to where your foot is matters. It can't be just hanging out here doing something, whatever. It can't. You want the flexibility. That I could do something with my foot. If it's up here and I can do whatever I wish with it. We also want the stability. See what I just did? That gives me just a little bit more stability. It's not the best thing to do to help with stability. Stability is better served by paying attention to the up and down direction through the body so that we're extending upward and downward at the same time. Well placed, well rooted. That is more stable. Okay? So I should be able, if I wanted to kick with my foot here, I need to be able to do that. Right? That I have to be stable. I have to be well placed. And I can't, I'm going to show you this. I can't lock my foot here. It's the wrong position for the knee anyway. No. If I bring my foot in, so it's closer to my leg, so long as I'm not resting everything on that standing leg, it's okay. And I do have that habit. I bring it in to protect my knee. I do. That awareness, it's here. I can close it in a little bit more to make my stance a little bit more solid. But it still needs to be able to work in whichever direction I choose. I don't go to the back all that much. In stepping backward, that's what we're doing. Placing the foot, making sure that you've got your step to the back. We're used to working to the front. I'm going this way. I'm gonna place my heel and I'm gonna grab the floor and I'm gonna hook my foot. I can't do that to the back. Toes come down and heel places. Right? Put my foot down to the back. I don't step the same way as I do when I step to the front. Has to be solid as well. And that working through the foot that we were doing, we're going to do it again, that helps with putting the foot down. All right. We're here, up and down, to the left and down, to the back, up and in. Again, this is downward. Think knee, not toes. Okay, so no, yeah, knee, so not straight. 45-ish, give or take. Target the knee, right? As we step through, that again, at speed, the movements still must be clear. It can't just muddle all together if you're moving at speed. That clarity needs to be there. And here, step in. Here, step in. Moving through should be continuous. Then the stop and start is to learn what the positions are. It's not intended to everything stop and start. And I showed that earlier. I'm going to do it again. All right, we're here. Right? That static movement A little too far out with that leg. It was. You do that again. That's better, right? See where the knee goes? Right there. It's not over here. It's there. That understanding of what the body could be doing and the body mechanics for it gives me that correction. I want my knee out to the side because it helps with my balance. It does. That counterweight, it's also a habit from my previous dance training. Doesn't belong here. A little bit is alright, but I was way too much. So, no. Let me do this. I'm going to do this slowly so I can stand here for a second. No. Yes. Difference? Some big differences there. All right, paying attention to that. Up on the left. Step, step, in. Again. Up with the left. Step, step, in. Left knee comes up. We've been on the right side. We're on the left side now. Yeah. We were just on the right side. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the whole thing. We'll do it. All right. Up on the left. Step in. One more time. Up. Step in. The turns, the facility to move the sword, it's what we're practicing, right? That I talked about this at the beginning with the idea that we have a lot of opportunities to move the sword in different directions, and that we need to be both we need to both firmly grasp the sword and it needs to be able to move. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. There has to be enough flexibility in the hand, the wrist, and the arm, as well as the shoulder and the waist to move the sword. That extension and the extension to go down, something we're going to work on again tomorrow. I'm going to do it 2 more times. I'm going to go this direction, and I'm going to turn around and go the other direction. Just the set that we've been working on today, from that landing, yeah, up and down to the left, up and in. Up, 1, 2, 3, don't hit the cat. All right, there is that, obstacles, right? The practice methods that we have, the ways in which we move, and the dynamic that we use are all something that we need to work on, we need to develop, and we need to be clear that this form isn't static at all. It moves. Moving precisely, being able to hit the mark for each movement, to understand what's going on in each movement so that we know what that mark is. What are we supposed to do here, right? That's part of what I'm going for in this class. That's part of the instruction that I just gave. For the knee? Yeah, it is. Alright, think about that. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do this again. We'll work a little bit more on the body conditioning, and we're going to continue working on this set all this week. Thursday and Friday Qigong class. Thank you for being here.